Hey guys. Yeah, today I wanted to talk about rent prices and how crazy things are. It just seems like the rents just keep going up and up. I did a general search, and this is in the Florida area, and this is around midway. I did a sort from low to high, and on the lower scale, you'll have some that are around like 1,200, 1,300. But I'm talking about from the mid scale on, and as you can tell here, it's out of control. Because you think if you're paying over 2,000 a month, 10 months down the line, you're paying 20,000. I mean, that's enough for a down payment for a house to go ahead and purchase. But now with all these corporations that are buying up housing, single family residents, it's a tough spot to be in. I remember back in 2017, I thought I was late in getting a house. And as one of my previous videos, I did a walk around. Wasn't the greatest video, but I was glad I made that decision. And right now, I mean, I still owe about like 125 on it, but the equity that I have in it now, and the possibility of even wanting to sell it, like, oh my gosh, if I can list it for like 350 and sell it. But I think having it versus not, the last thing I want to do is sell it and then not have a place to move to that's overpriced, or I end up selling it and then the money that I got, then I'm putting it into the other house, and it's like it would offset. But to the people that are renting, I mean, even land prices are kind of going up. I think I've seen the cheapest maybe is around 10 or 12,000, but the average is like 50, 60,000, and then you go up from there. I mean, my whole thing is like if you trust somebody in your circle, there's nothing wrong with just pairing up and buying a piece of land together, because if anything, you have that land and nobody can push you off the land. So, but I think different things you have to give up. I remember when I was going to a lot of casinos, and I have a few videos on that it was a dead end road. I mean, it was entertaining. I think the time that I walked in with $60 and walked out with 2,000, it like changed me, because I was like, wow, you could put that little bit in, come out with that much, and have fun while you're doing it. But the highs and the lows, even if I was on a winning streak and I visited the casino like 5 times in a row, and I'd win a couple of hundred to about 1,000 every time I went, it's not consistent. I always thought, oh, I'm, probably smarter than these guys that are out here, but, they work on human emotion. They work on letting you get up a little bit and keeping you there for a while until you end up draining your money and losing it and stuff. So certain things I had to give up. And once I did that, I refocused on buying property. It allowed me to save. It was consistent. Because, like when you're going to the casino and, you're up and you're down and everything, you don't have that stability. And a lot of times, if you're on a losing streak, you can't really get it back. So you're just burning through your money. And that's what I was doing for a good portion. Because I always had that mentality. I was like, well, I'm working. I deserve to have some freedom in what I do with my money and everything. But there are certain habits that'll just keep you behind. And that was definitely one of them. And it's that, I don't know if it was the 3-week rule or something like that. They say it takes 3 weeks to break a habit. I mean, I was finding all kinds of excuses to like run back to the casino, even trying different things like, I'll leave my debit card at home, bring only a couple $100. And I lived about like 20, 25 minutes away from the casino. And I remember one time it got so bad, I went in the storm to the casino, lost, went back home, pulled out my debit card and went back to the casino in the storm. And that was the worst it got for me. So I had to refocus. But once I refocus and everything, I don't miss it. That, you know, I think about where I'm at now versus where I was before, and I just have much more to lose if I ended up going back. It only takes one time to go back to start up that habit again. But what's the risk, you know? So these prices they just keep going up and up. So I'd suggest that if you know, have some kind of opportunity to get some kind of land, you know, at least buy the land at a smaller price if you can't afford a house right now. But just cut off certain things that you're doing, and you know, you can't really sustain yourself, especially if you're just barely making the rent payment. I mean, it only takes one more increase for you to be out of the house, and then what? So this is just getting worse, and this is just Florida. So I know that the rent prices in other places are outstanding. I mean, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. It doesn't allow you to even save. So at least, you know, with the mortgage that I have and everything, it's locked in, and it's no more than $1,300 a month. And I did a search for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So when I purchased it, you know, it was one of those things where they always say, well, if you're going to purchase something, get something that's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You know, the average family will have, or at least need that much room. Didn't make sense for me to get a 2-bedroom, 1-bath or anything like that because for the resale value. So I'm going to hold off on trying to sell it and just keep continuing to try to put away savings. But I figured I'd just put another thing out there. I mean, other people are talking about it and everything too, and each area is different. But these prices are just insane, and it just keeps going up from there. So, okay, as always, stay tuned for more.